Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we are discussing about the example of TestNG Annotations. I am creating a class named TestNG Annotations. For this, I don't have main method because I am going to use TestNG Annotations. Okay, in this one, I am going to use before suit annotation. Public void method 1. In that I'm writing just output statement system.out.println. Just I'm simply printing the annotation name before suit. It is user defined or predefined. It is predefined annotation. That's why we have to import. Okay, I'm going to use star. Okay, in the same manner I'm going to use one more annotation, that is after suit method 2. Again I'm going to print after suit. Same like that I'm going to create next annotation before class method 3. I'm going to print before class after class method 4, again after class in output statement. In the same manner I'm going to create before test method 5 in output statement before test. Same after test method 6 and after test in output statement. Then before method 7 and before method in output statement. After method 8 after method in output statement. Then I'm going to use test annotation. It is 9th method and @test. I'm going to write one more test method 10. It is test 2. Okay, here it means which I have this many annotations, right, which you are going to I'm deleting before groups. Yeah, these are available in my TestNG Annotations class. If I execute that script, which method going to execute first? Okay, which annotation method going to execute first? Before suit going to execute first. Then after before test or before method or before class? Before test. Okay, first suit, next test, next class. Okay, after that before method. Then we have two tests, right? Test 1, test 2. If if test having two same names, then alphabetical order it going to execute first. Okay, it going to consider the method names which are going to be alphabetical order, right? That method going to execute first. Here method 9 and method 10, right? Which method is going to execute first? Test2 is going to execute first. Why? Because we have one first, right? METH is both are same. It is 9, it is 1. Okay, 1 is going to execute first. That's why test2 method is going to execute first. Okay, by character we are going to see. If it is rank 9 is highest. Okay, if it is money, 9 is great. Okay, here we have alphabetical order, right? That's why we are going to execute test2 first. Here 1 is highest, then test2 is going to execute fifth one, then test2. After executing test2, which annotation method going to execute? After method or after method going to execute. Okay, then what next? We have one more test, right? Once again before method going to execute. Okay, we have another test, right? That's why before method again going to execute. Then after test1 is 8. Then again after method going to execute. Okay, did you get it? Then after class. Okay, then after class going to execute. Then after text going to execute. Next after suit going to execute. Okay, first before suit, before test, before class, before method, test2, again after method, again before method, again test1. Okay, after method, after class, after test, after suit. Here you have to know clarity about what method is going to first. Okay, I'm going to run this button. Simply click on run button. Fine. In my console, if you see here, it's going to be ordered. Okay, first before suit, before test, then before class, then before method, test2, after method, before method, after test1, then after method, after class, after test. Okay, this is the execution order. Okay, in the same order it going to execute. Okay, these are the TestNG annotations and which are going to be executed first we have discussed, right? You have to know this order, which one is going to execute first. Shoot is nothing but country, test state. Okay, class is district. Okay, city or district. Consider method as a village. Okay, you have to know which is going to execute. It is the simple code language that you can remember. Suit, country is suit, test is state, class is a city, method is a village. Okay, we are going to give a priority for before suit, before test, before class, before method. You have to know the order. It is a main important question in interviews also. Right? Fine. Next. Now I'm going to use TestNG framework in FB login. Okay, earlier we have written FB login script, right? I'm going to change this as TestNG annotation and I'm going to use 3 annotations. I'm going to convert class FB login into 3 annotations. Okay, first one, before method. Okay, in this I'm going to launch the browser. Okay, I'm going to launch the browser. Next, I'm going to write test method. Okay, launching the browser, I'm going to write on before method, and in the test I'm going to write the test method or test steps. Okay, test steps, and after method I'm going to write close the browser, quit or close the browser. Okay, in FB login script I'm going to change it as 3 methods. What are those? Before method, test, after method. In before method I'm going to divide launch browser into before method and test steps into test, and I'm going to close the browser in after method. Okay, did you get it? Okay, at before method, launching the browser. In the test I'm going to write test steps. In after method I'm going to close the browser. In this, how many methods are there? Only one method, that is main method, right? I'm going to delete that method. Okay, from this I'm not getting the report, right? That's why I'm changing it as TestNG. Okay, TestNG framework is used to HTML reports, to send HTML reports and the execution order also. Okay, after dealing method I'm going to use before method. In before method we have to write public void setup. Okay, it is a predefined method name. Setup is a predefined method name. We can use any other name also, but it is a predefined method name. Before method is a predefined method in annotation, so I have to import. In that I'm going to launch the browser. Okay, I'm going to launch the browser. Then I'm going to write and one more annotation @test, public void test. Okay, public void test FB login. In that I'm going to write the test steps: loading the web page, entering username, password, login, and waiting for 3 seconds. These are going to paste in test method. Okay, then after I'm going to use after method. In after method, public void tear down. Tear down is also predefined method. If you want you can use, or also you can use close the browser or anything you want. Okay, in this I'm closing the browser. So I'm pasting here. Okay. Here we are getting an error on D. Okay. Why it is showing error? Because we have given WebDriver driver variable as in method, right? We have to declare in that class. Okay. Did you understood why it is showing error? Here Java we have discussed it, right? Local variables and initialize variables. Sorry, instance variables. What is instance? Declared, defined in a variable inside a class, outside a method is called instance. A variable which is declared in the method is called local variable, right? We have declared WebDriver D as local variable. That's why it's showing error D in another methods. So we have to declare WebDriver D as a instance variable. Okay. Inside a method we have declared, right? That's why it is showing error. We have tried to use outside so method also. For this reason we have getting an error. To resolve that error, we have to declare WebDriver D inside the class, outside the method. Okay. See, if now it is not showing any error. We have declared WebDriver D as an instance variable. Okay. Did you get the difference between instance and local variable? Okay.